Well, hey there, folks. Jayborino here, continuing Ascension of Duran, the second part of the finale. This map is enormous. It's enormous. That's why I did cut it. And there's an epilogue map, which is why, you know, I decided, once again, I'm going to cut it because I wanted to show the epilogue rather than making its own separate thing. So I'm going to make a bunch of Hydralisks and Ultralisks and just see where they go, how they try to get up here. All right, so we have to get down to this base. So I'm going to take my remaining ground units and just start attacking down here, and because I want to see where they go. And again, the Terran are still active, but it seemed like the Protoss were winning. So by destroying the Protoss, the Terran are still kind of on their back foot because they lost a lot of their units. So I think this was the right decision. Now I'm going to assume that the Terran general is in a battle cruiser, so this amount of Devourers will still help. Putting all those acid spores on it makes him attack slower as well, which is great. I think it makes him attack slower. Is it less damage? I think he just attacks slower. Okay, and I just want to see if this is connected in any way, and I also want to see if my units can make it up here. This green base and this blue base are neutral, and then this pink base, peach base, is on upraised land, so my ground forces should properly make their way over here. They should. We'll see. All right, just ignore this stuff. We're going to just move down into this area, and again, it's really just finding the correct path. And if we can just, maybe just fly our Guardians and Devourers down there and kill. All right, well, here's our Devourer. This is Devourer territory right here, so Devourers get in there. So yeah, the Terran are starting to force their way through this group. Devourers are going to certainly win this fight. Okay, you guys move down here. And we seem to have found a peach base. We seem to have found a peach base. All right, so you guys group up. Okay, I was gonna say, that's not the Admiral, is it? Great. Okay, and there looks like I have units that are going through here. They'll find their way there eventually. All right, attack. And if I can get all of these units over here, that would be that would be for the best. Nice. Okay, these Ultralisks they've pretty much pushed through this entire area themselves. This is great. What I want to do, this is going to be suicide for a lot of them, but I have so much money that it's just worth doing, is reinforcing with Mutalisks to get more Guardians, and then we can use those Guardians to push through the remaining areas here. So you Hydralisks, come on down here. And what's going to happen, this is great. This is great. What's going to happen is a lot of these Mutalisks will fly over this area and die, but as long as they don't all die, then it doesn't matter. We have our little staging area up here, so we just need to group up in this general area, and then we're going to push down here, and then we have enough Devourers that we should be able to kill, who is it? Admiral Gastavir, who was oddly voiced, and I think that was actually from the SC2 beta, if I remember correctly. Gastavir was like a character that did exist from some other point in time. Okay, so it's going to be funny if we find out we have to destroy this Nexus. Do we have any Zerglings or something disposable? Let's just send like 2 Hydralisks up here. Move all the way up here and kill this Nexus. I just want to make sure. All right, so this is what I thought, and it turns out my Mutalisks are going to make it no problem. There's another Protoss base here. This looks like brown Protoss. There's way more Protoss on this map than Terran, so I think, again, taking out Protoss first, while it was a lucky guess on my part, I mean, it was lucky. That's exactly what it was, because by getting rid of them, by getting rid of the Protoss, because the Protoss were winning the fight against the Terran. So, by taking out the aggressor at that point, what that allowed me to do is now I can fight against the Terran, who were already weakened, as opposed to having to deal with the Protoss, who were going to have the upper hand against the Terran already anyway. So let's wait for these Guardians, and then we're going to smash our way through this small base down to the bottom right, and hopefully find wherever the General Gastavir, and finish this. So let's get going. I'm gonna save right now. It's not really worth losing everything, so let's do this. I'm gonna assign some Overlords to follow these fellows. Let's run in with the Ultralisks as well. Run in with everything else. Grab some Devourers to cover me, because we are risking anti-air. We are risking, you know, being short on anti-air. We probably don't need to be dealing with this base right here. All right, Devourers, you don't need to waste your lives. You don't need to waste your lives. I mean, yeah, sure. If they want to attack this stuff, they can. That's fine. Let's just wipe out this whole area. And then I'm going to rally all my hatcheries here for Hydralisks. You know what? Let's make Scourge, too. That might make this go a little faster. If I'm afraid of my anti-air capabilities, then let's just make a bunch of Scourge. Yeah, I mean, we don't have problems with anti-air. It's just making sure that our Devourers don't auto-attack somewhere and die. That's a normal battle cruiser. Everybody attack it. We don't have to worry about interceptors or anything like that. Okay, and let's keep up the pressure. Let's keep up the pressure. My Guardian's just going to plow through these buildings. All right, and is anybody else irradiated? Move. I'm better at finding these irradiated units now. I mean, after Mass Recall, when I lost like everything to irradiation at one point. All right, not enough Valkyries in these areas to really stop me. It's tempting to bring the Shark Tooth, but I also don't really want to risk it. Tempting to get even more Guardians, I will say. All right, normal battle cruiser. That's coming from this middle base that we never wiped out, but I don't think we really have to. Yeah, it definitely slows attack speed. I never really remember what those acid spores do, but I think it slows attack speed. So you guys move up here. And whatever happened to those Scourge that I was going to rally up? Did they not? You know what? They probably all died. That's okay. More Mutalisks. Okay. And most of our air fleet has been wiped out at this point. I mean, not entirely, but a little bit. So we have ground units that are going to try to weasel their way up here, but this is okay because we've cleaned it out. So now we have a direct path for my ground units to come and meet me. So we just want to rally everything to this area. So who is 9? And I'm missing a 10. Did I lose a hatchery somewhere? I think I did. 6, 7, 8, 9. So this isn't hot. This is the one that's not hotkey. So you're going to be 0. Okay, and Hydralisk, Ultralisk, 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 Ultralisk. Great. Okay, and then more battle cruisers. So let's get the Devourers up there. Back up Guardians. Let this happen. This is fine. More stuff is going to survive than not. We have Hydralisk that we can bring up to help. There's so many battle cruisers. Devourers are the right choice. We need more Scourge, though, I think. Let's see if we can actually start pushing through this. Let's remake our Devourers. Devour is not really something I had made too many of, so it's kind of nice to do that now. Wow, I can't believe these Mutalisks are even making it. I can't believe they're even surviving to make it up here. All right, so this is the last and final area. We just need to get all of our units up here. We have a ton of stuff rallying up here. These Peach Terran are not letting up. They are not letting up. Make more Guardians, rather. Come on, there we go. And let's just start getting rid of all their factories, getting rid of all their production, move up with the Guardians, or the Devourers, to cover the Guardians, rather. Get them! Ah, you attack so slow! I like this big supply depot farm that they have going on down here. Alright, keeping an eye out for their hero. Nothing so far, but I don't think we're going to have a problem with this amount of Devourers. Alright, and we've wiped out most of their production, I'd say. Alright, that's not him either. Devourers move on up. And now we're going to rally down here. Hydralisk, 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 Hydralisk. And then we've got a bunch of Ultralisks and Hydralisks coming too, so we are going to be square. Oh, and we got this nice huge group right here too. Is this him? There he is, General Gastavir. Get him! Is this going to be it? I think this will be it. Come on, one more volley. One more volley. Nice, okay. So General Gastavir's gone. They become neutral. The Terran commander's been killed. The Terran should pose no threat to us now. All right, so I think we won. This is a huge map. It's enormous. I'll take that victory. I'll take that victory. And again, this was a shorter episode because I split that in half. Again, we've got the pink screen. But we're going on to the epilogue now. 50 minutes really isn't that bad. I probably could have kept this one video, but I wanted to do the epilogue together rather than a separate video. Okay, unable to find it. I must not have the folder set up correctly, but that's fine. We're going to watch the epilogue. Epilogue to Part 1. Watch the mission briefing. Email me with any bugs you find. I probably won't do that. Duran finished off the Dominion and Protoss forces, giving Kerrigan her access to the ghosts she wanted. Bringing them back to Char as prisoners, she would keep them hidden away for future study and experimentation. Unknowing to Kerrigan, Duran set off his plans to seed the hybrid across countless worlds under the command of the Ancient Ones. Kerrigan ordered Cerebrit Thor to travel across the stars and search for other sentient beings to assimilate and new worlds to conquer. I assume not words. Be prepared. On the horizons to come are Duran's true objectives. His... Thanks to the long-standing StarCraft community for helping me finally create a StarCraft campaign. Without the help and the inspiration of the community, none of this would be possible. Credits to Razorclaw X, Escadu Mesk, Shadowflare, Super Eric, Magic, Tyradune, Labyrinth, Broodkiller Quantum, Ojon, and any other people who helped me in some way with my campaign. Please keep the community thriving by visiting Campaign Creations. And Samods.org. I don't know about Samods, but Campaign Creations is where you can still download this mod. That's where I got it as well. And a lot of those names on this list I know are still active in the StarCraft community. It's actually really interesting to see that little thank you, like the StarCraft community, and it was so active. And that's not to say it's not active now, but it was so much more active. The Brood War scene was so terribly active, and you can see the inspiration people take just from having people play and test and be, generating excitement. People, this was only 6 maps for StarCraft 1, but people were playing this and so excited about it, and it made him want to make more, and I think that that's something that everyone can take to heart. All right, let's see if there's anything to watch here. Or if it's just going to be a blank screen. Nope! The game ended in a draw! Whoa, whoa, whoa! All right, give me that pink screen again. Oh, no pink screen. It must just be that Duran background. I don't want to see that defeat background. That hurts. Well, hey, that is the first campaign of the Ascension of Duran, so... Next is going to be Ascension of Duran Dark Purposes. And I look forward to it. Again, I didn't really judge the length of this episode very well. I apologize for that. But it happens sometimes, all right? I make videos every day. You can't land them all. And I think... I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry. One day of a shorter episode isn't going to kill you. I don't want to hear about it. I'll see you next time, though. We're going to start Dark Purposes. I'm really excited about it. See you then. Bye.